Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, Browns fans. Have you been keeping an eye on the quarterback room lately? It's been quite the roller coaster, hasn't it? Especially with Tyler Huntley, the guy who honestly is flying somewhat under the radar. But if you look a little closer, there's more to his story, and it might just be a sign of interesting things to come for the Browns. Huntley, who arrived in Cleveland on August 5th for his second stint with the team, has been in the mix amid all the injury chaos and uncertainty that's been swirling around the quarterback position. Let's be honest, the Browns have had their fair share of quarterback injuries in recent seasons, and this year is no different. With multiple quarterbacks dealing with injuries, Cleveland brought Huntley in as a sort of insurance policy, but also as a guy who could get some valuable reps and maybe, just maybe, make a case for himself. Now, it's important to clarify that Huntley isn't really expected to be a frontrunner in what the Browns call an open quarterback competition. The main contenders are Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. And right now, Huntley's role isn't to compete for the starting job. It's more about providing depth, gaining experience, and putting some tape out there for other NFL teams to see. But don't underestimate what this means. Huntley has been able to get some meaningful preseason reps, and those reps are crucial. I mean, for a player who's been around the league, especially with a team like Cleveland that's always aiming for the playoffs, being able to showcase even in limited action can be a game changer. And speaking of those reps, Huntley has looked pretty sharp in the preseason. Against the Carolina Panthers, he went 6 of 8 for 51 yards and even threw a touchdown. That's a pretty efficient outing, especially considering the limited practice and reps he's had with Cleveland so far. Then just recently, in the Browns' game against the Philadelphia Eagles, Huntley stepped up again, completing 10 of 13 passes for 71 yards in just half a game. That kind of efficiency, with minimal practice time, shows that Huntley is capable of moving the ball and making some plays when called upon. And let's be honest, Browns fans, the fact that he's been able to put some tape out there under these circumstances is a win for him. It's a chance to earn respect, even if the roster spot isn't guaranteed. Now here's a little snippet that really caught my attention. After the game against the Eagles, Huntley posted on Instagram, and I think it says a lot about his mindset. He wrote, "Practice. I hop off the plane and do my thing every time, along with some pictures from the game." That tells you a lot about his attitude. He's not letting the limited reps or the injury setbacks get him down. Instead, he's out there, making the most of every opportunity, showing that he's got the confidence and the mindset to keep pushing. That kind of mentality is exactly what coaches love to see in a backup quarterback, especially one looking to carve out a role in this league. Meanwhile, the spotlight on Saturday's game was on Dillon Gabriel, the Browns' third-round pick who's been generating a lot of buzz. The team was eager to see what he could do in his preseason debut, and for the most part, Gabriel didn't disappoint. He completed 13 of 18 passes for 149 yards, showing good accuracy and decision-making. But of course, no performance is perfect, and Gabriel did throw an interception that was returned for a touchdown in the second quarter. That kind of mistake is a teachable moment, and Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski was quick to address it. He said, "Obviously that can never happen on that play," emphasizing that turnovers are something the team needs to eliminate. But Stefanski also pointed out that Gabriel has been doing some things well, and that the offense overall was early in the process but showed promise. And that's key, Browns fans. The team is still in the evaluation phase, trying to find that rhythm and consistency. Stefanski mentioned that the offense performed well on third down early in the game, which allowed them to stay on the field longer. But he was also honest. There's plenty to clean up, especially as they prepare for the final preseason game against the Los Angeles Rams. This final game is more than just a tune-up. It's like a dress rehearsal for the regular season. Stefanski emphasized that they want the players to get used to game plans, new plays, and the overall flow of the game. It's about building chemistry and getting everyone on the same page before the real games start. Now, let's talk about the veteran presence, Joe Flacco. At 40 years old, Flacco has been the only quarterback in camp who's remained healthy throughout. That's not a small feat, especially with all the injuries the Browns have faced. Interestingly, the team has chosen not to use Flacco in the first 2 preseason games, opting instead to rest him. That's a smart move, considering the importance of keeping your veteran healthy and fresh. Flacco, of course, has a Super Bowl ring and a wealth of NFL experience, making him an invaluable presence in the quarterback room for the Browns, even if he's not the main guy right now. On the other hand, Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel have both been dealing with injuries, hamstring issues to be precise. Pickett's injury has been more severe, which has limited his reps since late July, but Gabriel has recently returned to full action. The team is hopeful that everyone will be healthy enough to suit up for the final preseason game. Shedeur Sanders, the young rookie, was also sidelined recently due to an oblique injury, which kept him out of the Eagles' game. But Stefanski has been quite clear that the goal is to have all these quarterbacks ready for the last preseason game, which will serve as a critical step towards the regular season. This final preseason game is more than just a game. It's a strategic opportunity for the coaching staff to see who's ready, who can handle the pressure, and who can execute under real NFL conditions. Stefanski mentioned that they're planning to treat this game like a regular season dress rehearsal, which means they'll be running their game plan in a way that mimics what they'll do during the actual season. It's about fine-tuning the offense, defense, and special teams, and giving the players that last bit of live-action experience before the games really count. Looking ahead, Browns fans, the quarterback situation remains fluid, but there's a lot of promising signs. Dillon Gabriel continues to impress with his accuracy and poise, even with the occasional mistake, and Joe Flacco's steady veteran presence remains a huge asset. Meanwhile, Huntley's efforts, even if them being limited in scope, show that Cleveland is keeping its options open. It's a fascinating time for the Browns, especially with the division heating up in the AFC North. You can feel the intensity, the competition, and the desire to finally put everything together and make a real push for the postseason. Now, it's also worth mentioning that the Browns have a solid foundation, with a roster that's motivated and hungry. The coaching staff is pushing everyone to improve, to clean up mistakes, and to build consistency. The new additions and the development of the young players like Gabriel are key to this process. And of course, the leadership from veterans like Flacco provides a steadying influence. All of this culminates in the hope that Cleveland can finally take that next step forward, break through the division, and make some serious noise in the playoffs. But let's not forget, it's still preseason. There are plenty of questions to answer, and the final roster decisions are still coming. The next game against the Rams will be crucial, as it's the last chance for players to show what they've got under real game conditions. The Browns are looking to finalize their depth chart, evaluate their QB options, and continue building that team chemistry that's so essential for a successful season. Fans, I know you're just as eager as I am to see how this all unfolds. The excitement is real, and it's building every day. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this quarterback situation? Do you think Gabriel is ready to take that next step, or do you see Flacco as the leader for now? Maybe Huntley's performances have caught your attention, and you think he deserves a shot. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. This team is on the cusp of something special, and I can't wait to see how it all plays out. Keep the faith, Browns fans, because the season is just around the corner, and it promises to be an exciting ride.